Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we're installing a sump pump down in a crawl space, and this is a project that the homeowner could do themselves. It's really not that difficult to do. We've got a lot of videos up here on how to install sump pumps, but we're going to be hooking up both of these downspouts and the sump pump discharge, where it's going to come out of this wall over here. It'll come down and just discharge over here into the natural area. So let's take a look inside this crawl space, see what it looks like. You can see right away it's really muddy down here, and that's because it's been flooding really bad. But basically we're going to put a sump pump here in the corner, and all the water that's been flooding into this area, you can see it's really dirty in here. All this water will come down, go into the pit, then we'll drill through this wall for our discharge, bring it outside right out here, and we'll also hook up this downspout and the other one and send it right over to the outside. Okay, so we're going ahead and start to dig down here for the crawl space. Basically we got one guy digging, filling up the buckets, and another guy's going to come in here and take those buckets out here and dump them out. This will take about, I don't know, 8-10 buckets of dirt to get down to the level that we want to get to. It takes a little while, so we're going to let Paul keep digging out here, and we're going to do a few things on the outside. So while Paul's digging the sump pump, we're going to go ahead and core through the foundation wall to bring the discharge line out. This is pretty straightforward. And the way that we've made the measurement is we basically count the number of bricks over from that vent and also down. And of course we want to go through the center of the brick, so that makes it a lot easier. We're using a Bosch hammer drill with a 2-inch core bit, and it only takes about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to actually core right through the brick, and we'll be done. We've also dug a trench that's right alongside the foundation there. That's for the 1.5 inches. That will tie into the downspout drain there on the corner. Yeah, didn't hit you, did I? So we've got our pit started here. Paul's just about got it down all the way. He's filled up these buckets. We need to get these buckets out of here. So now we've got the pit dug. You can see Paul standing down in it, and we're just digging a small little footer tile. And you can see that footer, we're going right alongside of it just to bring the water from this corner where it used to go over top of the footer. Now it's going to drop into our system. That's good right there. Okay, so we've got our sump pump set down here. It's kind of dark, but it's down here in the bottom of the pit. We've got our check valve installed. Now we're bringing the riser up. We just need to make a measurement for our 90-degree fitting to send this discharge out through the wall. And basically just going to kind of dry fit it. We're going to make a mark with our finger. Make a mark with our finger at the top of that 90-degree fitting on the inside. And then we'll use our saw and we'll just cut it off. Clean off your burrs. And now we're ready to install and glue up our fittings and tighten our connections. So remember the other day we went ahead and set up our sump pump. We also perforated our pit, and we went ahead and made the inlet line, bringing the footer tiles, which is just a short little piece here in this crawl space, just to bring the water into the pit because it's not right in the corner. And everything's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and hook things up here. Put our riser on, and then we're going to tighten up our clamp. Then we're going to tighten up our clamp on the riser of the check valve, just as tight as it'll go. We're all set there, and you can see up here at the top where we've got our 90 up here, fits real nice and secure. We'll glue that up and send it right out through the wall. So we're going to use a little bit of primer here, prime the end of the PVC, just kind of prepares it for the glue. Remember that PVC cement actually welds together. It makes a solid bond, just like you're welding something, so the plastic actually melts together. Ready for our glue. Good amount of glue. I like to work from the top down, so get this squared up. Next we'll put this on and push it right down in place. Just push and hold, and within a few seconds this will make a permanent bond, and we're all done there. All we need to do now is backfill around our pit, hook up our footer tile, which comes right in here into the hole inside. So we've just went ahead and hooked up the sump pump. Comes out through the wall. It's going to run down through this line and tie into the 4-inch pipe and discharge over to a natural area. Okay, so we're going ahead and backfilling. You can see we've got our 1.5-inch pipe coming from the crawl space. It comes into our 4-inch corrugated. We hooked up a downspout here with a T. Comes around, picks up a Y right here, and it's going to discharge just right out here to the natural area. We'll put a little 90 here or something just to let this water flood up, and it'll just drain away from here. We went ahead and tried to add a catch basin, a small scupper drain, as my brother calls it. A scupper drain, a little 6-inch drain right here. And this will hopefully pick up the water that's coming down the side of the house. It may not be enough because we're not very deep, and where we're trying to discharge, it's not very shallow, but we do have some fall. And told the homeowner, this is the homeowner, this is Ron. Hey. We told him we'd go ahead and try it. If it doesn't work, of course we would take that out of there. Okay. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. One thing that Zoller does recommend is that you put a weep hole right here, just above your 1.5-inch male adapter, to allow that any pressure to escape between here and the check valve. Sometimes there becomes a vacuum lock there. So 3/16-inch hole. Real simple little hole right here. This doesn't hurt anything. Some water is going to spill out right here, but such a small amount that it won't make any difference. So now we're ready to install the